is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to our man Dave in Clearwater. Hey, Dave, Happy New Year. What's happening, man?
Happy New Year to you, my brother. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, man. How you been?
I am doing well, man. I'm doing well. Can I throw a quote out at you?
Sure.
In the market, somebody knows something. Someone always knows something. That statement was made by a great trader by the name of Tom O'Brien about 6-7 years ago.
Oh, yeah?
And it kind of hit me like a brick. Well, you're right. Somebody always knows something.
Hey, Carlos, what's going on, brother?
I'm calling you back, Tom. This morning I had the pleasure to talk to you and your son, and I don't want to miss the opportunity to talk to you again.
Well, I think you made some money on this bond.
Oh, yes, Tom. Your newsletter helped me.
That's a beautiful thing. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF, folks. Let's make it a great one. And it's Happy Cinco de Mayo Day also. I want to wish a happy anniversary to Carlos and his wife. That's a beautiful thing. Their anniversary is today, too. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Don't make assumptions. Ask for what you want. This is a great card, folks. Find the courage to ask for what you want. Others have the right to tell you yes or no, but you always have the right to ask. Likewise, everyone has the right to ask you for what they want, and you have the right to say yes or no. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. It's St. Patrick's Day. You have the Dow Industrials up 27, NASDAQ up 13, S&P's up 6. Gold contract up 50 cents, trading at $1,229 an ounce. Silver up 4 cents, $16.34 an ounce. Platinum up $7, $9.11 an ounce. Copper up 2 pennies at $2.52 a pound. Light sweet crude up 76 cents, trading at $46.28 a barrel. Notes, 10-year note up 1 tick, 125.07. 30-year bond up 3 ticks, 151.26. King Dollar. King Dollar is the only place that's not St. Patrick's Day today, folks. That's down 107 ticks, 98.540. A close today under 98.670. And you can expect Sunday night when the futures open back up and the currencies open back up that this dollar, it's taken out its swing low, and it has some juice on as it's taken it out. I expect we're going to see that baby down to the 97, 96 area next week. The euro is trading at 109 to the U.S. dollar. That wants to run to the 111. The yen is trading at 112.5 to the U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. One that's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? So we're going to start off with the futures out here, folks. The S&P futures trading at 2391.75. Now, you get 2 different areas it wants to test. And we get basically 58 minutes to test them. The first one is the high that was generated on the 26th of April. That's 2394.75. And then we have the high, which is 2397.25. In both cases, let's go take a look at the volume out here and see where we stand right now. So volume-wise out here, we're at 500 million. So that is going to be very light volume. We take the characteristic of, let's get the dates again. So we get April 26th, and it's March 1st. So back over to the volume characteristic. On the 26th of April, we did, where is she? 1 second, 26th of April. Okay, so that's 962 million shares. On March 1st, we did 1.03. Okay, so those are 2 areas. We'll see how this test comes down. Because what you have here, we're going to have lighter volume. The real question is that going to just go up there, test it, and fail, or test it and close above it? And we're going to know because it's going to make the run right now. We're at 23.92. Dow Industrials. Now, Dow is weaker. Dow is have been having a hard time holding the price point of 20,957. What's pretty cool right now is that we're at 983. So that number, the 20,957, is the low of the high of March 1st. We'll see what can hold that coming into the close. It hasn't been able to hold it thus far. If it holds it, that's saying that, guess what? On Sunday night, that could go for the top of that level. The composite, NASDAQ composite, that's hanging at its highs right now. Composite's trading at 6,090. The high is 6,102. The low of that is 6,081. You close here, that means that the composite will go after that high. The NDX 100, if we use the 3 Qs and we take a look at the NDX 100, what you have in the NDX 100, we are at the highs. The closing high is 137.43. The high is 137.49. We're at 137.28 right now. We have gone to 137.41. Now, the volume is going to be anemic. The first high, the volume was anemic at 18 million. Bottom line is that you're at 9 million right now. That means we'll do about 11 million. Gold contract. What do we have with the gold contract? Gold contract traded down to a price point of 12.26. You're at 12.29, up $1, really not doing much. Holding price, but bottom line is that you haven't seen a sign of strength. That being said, what we do have a sign of strength in is the actual equities. The GDX, bottom line, on a weekly, it's up 52 cents right now. What you're going to see on a weekly, that's going to be a rejection of lower price on lighter volume. We take a look at some of these gold equities. Some of them are really taking off. You get Rango Resources up $4 at 89. You get an Eagle trading up $1.32 at 46. If we go to the XAU right now is up 212. We put this on the weekly, and what you're going to have there is that the XAU is also going to be rejecting the swing lows of March on the weekly basis. The Gold Bugs Index set up the same way. This is going to be a rejection of lower price, and thus far it looks like we're going to have dramatically lighter volume also on these rejections of lower price. Notes, the 10-year note still wants higher price. It's pretty amazing, actually. 10-year note got down to a price point today of 124.27. You've done 1.2 million contracts. You're going into 2 million. The top of the consolidation, folks, that it had taken out is 125. And bottom line, you get down there, you have lighter volume, rejected it. That's saying that flat out, 10-year still wants to go up to 126, 127, 128. Bottom line, we are going to have some high volatility coming Sunday night inside the currencies. I expect it's going to probably come right into Monday morning. And it's going to start with the good old euro with the King dollar. And I expect what we're going to see as we come into the close here, the King dollar is going to get weaker because everyone's going to be basically positioning for Sunday night. Right now, King dollar is trading 98.510, closing to 98.670. Says we're going lower. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
This Sunday, May 7th, the French elect a new president and markets and currencies around the world react. Tom O'Brien has just launched a special for Market Insight subscribers where he'll be hosting back-to-back weekend webinars to break down the market action as France votes and futures react. This Sunday night, May 7th at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Time, Tom O'Brien will host a special webinar as France votes and markets and currencies around the world react to the implications on the future of the EU and worldwide indices. The following Saturday morning, May 13th, Tom O'Brien will host a second live webinar for Market Insight subscribers at 9 a.m., breaking down the previous week's trading action following the election of a new French president, as well as what to expect as we approach summer trading. New subscribers will also receive a free copy of Tom's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, and this offer comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. All the action starts this weekend, so sign up now at the front page of TFNN.com. In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow Industrials right now up 23. The Nasdaq's up 13. S&Ps are up 5.5. So this Sunday night, folks, I'm going to be doing a workshop. So on Sunday, you have the French election. What has been, well, here, let me show you first. Let's go through this, because this is pretty cool what's happening here. So you get the French election, and the reason that the markets are looking at this election so much has to do with one of the folks running wants to get out of the euro, not only the European Union, the euro in general. So it's a currency move. That's what you have happening. Now, that being said, let me show you what's been happening in France. It's pretty amazing. The CAC 40, okay, is at highs. This CAC 40, you talk about moving. This is pretty amazing, actually. You know, in the last week, it's gone from 4,800, 49.89, and right now we're at 54.32. Okay, we put this back a little, and it's just overtook the highs in 2015, which is 52.83. Put this back a little bit further, and it's still, you know, we'll see whether it can handle that high there. And then the high in the CAC 40 is 61.68. That being said, let's go over to the euro. We take a look at the euro. The euro has broken topside as the king dollar is breaking down. So the euro looks to me like, okay, it wants to go to 111. Right? We go to our own U.S. dollar, and we take a look at the dollar, and what you have inside the dollar is that when I started the program, the dollar was down 100 ticks. It's down 142. What I expect we're going to see here coming into the close, there's going to be more selling on the U.S. dollar, and this thing is probably going to be down 250 ticks, something like that, at by 4 o'clock. Now, that's going to be way underneath the swing point that it's taken out. What we don't know is that the question is that, okay, is it baked in that Le Pen loses? Le Pen is the person that wants to get out of the European Union. Or, in fact, you know, is it going to be buy or sell of all of the above? That's what we don't know, right? So I'm going to be doing a workshop, folks, for my subscribers. And you can be a subscriber right here, right now. Now, this is really unusual. I'm going to do it on Sunday night because we're going to know the results of the election on Sunday, our time. our futures open Sunday night at 6 o'clock. And it's not so much the future market. What is going to be happening here is that it's going to be the currency market that's going to dictate what our metals market's going to do, what our equity market is going to do on Monday morning. So if you'd like to come to this workshop on Sunday night, it's going to be a live workshop. You can come over to our website at TFNN. You can sign up Market Insights for 1 month. Comes with a money-back guarantee. You're going to get a workshop Sunday night, and then I'm going to do an additional workshop May 13th, Saturday morning, from 9 to 10. Because my take is that this week coming is going to be a highly volatile week. Would you get along with that on the test drive? You get a copy of my book, The Art of Time in the Trade. You can keep the book. That's an $88 value. So check it out on the front page of TFNN. You get 2 workshops, you get the book, and you get 30 days of market insights. Let's go to Tim in Cleveland. Hey, Tim, what's going on?
Hey, we're just chilling out here in Cleveland. How you doing?
That's a beautiful thing, man. Chilling out on a nice weekend on Cinco de Mayo. I like it, man.
Amen. That's great. That's great. Hey, listen, you gave me some really good advice here a couple of days ago about this Rand Gold, which just popped here, and then I was looking at your gold report because, as I mentioned the last time I called you, just subscribed to it, and I saw where you got stopped out just even below where it's at right now. I'm thinking, hey, should I be taking the money here?
No, I wouldn't take the money. No.
No, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Let it ride, huh? Okay.
This is what happens is that Rand Gold is. If I give you the history of gold going back to 2002, what has happened is that the first run in gold, Gold Corp was the strongest gold stock there was. That went on from about 2002 to about 2005. Then Agnico Eagle took over from about 2005, 2008. Since 2008, Rand Gold Resources is the strongest gold stock in the country, in the world, actually, that we trade anyway. So and it's always a great indication when Rand Gold starts moving. Let me show you something, and I'm going to show you something because the gold market, folks, is very small, and it doesn't take a huge amount of buying and or selling in order for the gold market to move. Now, I just brought up the largest owners in Rand Gold. And what you're going to see is that the largest owner right now is BlackRock. Okay, that's going to be because they own the ETF. All right, that's not them buying. VanEck is the same thing. That's the ETF. The one that you have to watch like a hawk is Fidelity. Fidelity loves and hates gold stocks. Okay, and every time they move into gold stocks, they go to the moon. When they move out, they go downtown. Now, the latest filing that we see here that you're looking at, if you're watching Tiger TV, is that Fidelity sold 1.7 million shares of Gold Corp in December, okay, the December quarter. I suspect that they still own 3.5 million. More than likely what we're going to end up seeing is that the next time that they have to file, and the way that this filing goes, they don't own more than 5%. When you own more than 5%, folks, you have to file immediately. And many times they do own more than 5%. More than likely, Fidelity's probably buying again, and then the next time that they have to file, which is the filing, the 144 filing comes the 40 days after the end of the quarter, So stay right there. They're, and they come out with their numbers. They're great numbers. They make a lot of money. That's the bottom line, so.
Can you suggest where I should put a stop here? Because I see you had a stop at 88 and change.
Yeah, and we made money still. I mean, the bottom line, what I would do with this now, and this is what's so cool, is that, let's see. So, okay, so this here, let me get this on. What I'm going to do, folks, what I do with these is I take it on an intraday. And then what I'm looking for a spike intraday and get it underneath it. Right there. There we go. Right there. So that's too close. 88.21's too close. 1 second. These things move around a lot, and you don't want that thing hanging out there. 83. you'd have to, I'd put it under, you could, like 86.04 would be cool. And this is what I'm doing, Tim. I'm taking, if you take a look at this on the daily, you're going to see on April 25th, right? It got to a low of 86.21. It had 1 million shares there. That's a lot of shares on the way down, right? And realistically, if it goes there, you'll go down to the end of 83. So don't take that heat. And don't, the low's 21. Put it, 86.04 or something.
86.04.
And then Monday, I expect these things to be up Monday. And then you can raise it again, and you'll be able to raise it probably up to like 87.60 or something.
Beautiful.
Cooking, brother.
That's
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one.
Yeah.
Stay right there,
You
folks.
too.
We're coming right back.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. Dow's up 25 right now. Nasdaq's up 14. S&Ps are up 6.5. Now, let's go over to this dollar. So this is going to be a dangerous close, folks. Now, so you have a Friday afternoon, and Fridays in the currency markets and the metals markets can get really out of control. Because what you have is this, is that the gold market closes at 130, the pit. So you've heard me talk about this many times. What happens in the gold market, if things are going good, they can go real good on a Friday. If things are going bad, forget it, man. They're going to take that thing south. And so what happens is that gold closes, doesn't trade again until Sunday night at 6 o'clock. The same is applicable inside the currency market. Now, the difference in the currency market is that whoever wants in or out, basically has to about 4 o'clock. I mean, it keeps going, but if they want some size, they get to about 4 o'clock. So what you have is that you've already broken under a level that this market has been trying to get under for quite some time. And that level was 98.670, okay? So what we've already seen is that you're already seeing the oil market go back to the November 8th level. You've seen a lot of equities go back to November 8th. So the night before the election, the bottom line, market takes off, has a huge run. The dollar started at 95,750. By the end of November 9th, it was at 98,415. Well, guess where we are, folks? We're at 98,475 right now. The market runs all the way up to 103. Our dollar gets strong, right? Now it's all the way back down. This is just not our dollar, too. This is going across all markets. So it was building cause. It broke the 98,670. When we started the program, it was only down 100 ticks. Now you're down 170 ticks. So you get a couple different things happening. We just broke the lower level, meaning the level here, at 11 o'clock this morning, you're at 98,500. Now you're at 98,475. The further that it gets away from the 98,670, the faster the expansion is going to go downtown. The reason I'm saying that is that there's nothing stopping this because we went up so fast. Now, that correlation is going to affect markets, and it's going to, that's why I'm doing that workshop on Sunday night, because I expect that the way that this is set up right now, it looks like the dollar wants to get down to 96, the euro wants to go to 111, and the real question is going to be, okay, so what does that mean for markets? Well, the dollar, if we put this on a longer basis, looks to me like it's not only just going to go down to the 96 or 97, it looks like on a longer term basis, the dollar wants to go back to 91. Because we were in this consolidation. We broke out of the consolidation in November. We broke back in it very quickly, actually. It did, once we got back inside the 100, 600 area, which we did, in January, that's saying, hey, it's game down to the very end, meaning the bottom of that consolidation. The real question is going to be, what does that do to the S&P? You can make the fundamental case that the cheaper that the dollar gets, the more that our companies can actually sell overseas. So we'll see if, in fact, that's what's happening. That's one way of looking at it. Another way of looking at it is you got the aspect of a weak dollar. Does that mean that the economy's getting lighter? And where the whole divergence comes in is this, is that the Federal Reserve is saying that they're going to continue to raise rates. Right now, our 10 years at 2.34. The Fed Fund Futures is saying that there's a 100% chance that they're raising short-term rates June 14th. It's like, okay, you're raising rates. Well, if you're raising rates, why is there so much money continuing to go into the 10-year bond, 10-year note? Because that absolutely is saying you can raise rates as much as you want between banks, but guess what? The market is saying rates are going down. And if rates are going down, that is saying that there's something around the corner here that is either slowing the economy or there's going to be a jolt inside the markets and everyone is going to run to the bond market once again. And we'll see how this plays out. That's how this whole thing shakes out. The euro wants to run to 111, and the way that we're closing out today, the euro yesterday broke out of the 109.37 area, and there's nothing stopping that baby from going up to the 111. And fundamentally, I have a hard time wrapping my head around that Europe is stronger than the U.S. We'll see where this whole thing shakes out. Right now, if you happen to be watching my screen, It's and I started this when I did the update, like it's I know it's Cinco de Mayo, but it's like St. Patrick's Day because everything is green. The only thing that's not green on my screen right now is the XLF, and that's another indication. So check this out. Another indication that the rates are not going up is that the XLF. So watch. So let's go over to the XLF for a second. The banks can't even get going. They can't catch a bid. The XLF is flat. Okay, so it's like, okay, why is the XLF flat when every time that short-term rates get higher, banks make money hand over fist, and they make money, folks, not only hand over fist, they don't have to take in more money to turn around and get that extra 25 basis points, which is 1/4%. Because when the Fed goes up, immediately everything that the bank has on deposit, everything that the bank has inside the Federal Reserve as reserves, they make more money on it that night. And you're talking about billions and billions of dollars, of course, that they have on reserve. So we're at a unique time right now. There's no doubt about it. And we'll see where that whole thing shakes out. 877-927-6648. What we also have happening here, which is going to get kind of cool watching how this shakes out. Well, actually, let's go over to the oil market because they took the oil market at 1 o'clock in the morning. They took that baby south, and it looks like the oil market, we're at 46.74, and it looks like that was the flush out inside the oil market. This contract here, the July contract, last night went down to, at 1 o'clock our time, 1 o'clock our time. No, actually, 11:20 our time. The oil contract that went from $45.94, flushed it right down to $44.19. Guess what? Come all the way back. We're at 46.74 right now. The way that's setting up is that you're going to have a heck of a bounce. Now, the oil market was going a one-way trip, meaning it went from 54 down to 44. Was trading $54 April 12th. $44 last night. This is saying it's going to have a bounce. So that correlates also with the aspect that the dollar wants lower price. Commodities, which have got killed, want higher price. And we'll see where the whole rest of it shakes out. We take a look at some of the high-volume stocks, and this is going to be a low-volume market out here today. You have Apple up $2. You have Marvell up 63 cents. You have Chesapeake Energy up 29 cents. Some of the Dow stocks. You got, Big Blue. We got to talk about Big Blue. Good old Buffett's getting out of Big Blue. That's down $4.40, 154. You get Exxon up 36 cents. Coke is flat. We're going to be right back, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
With over $56 million in cash and over $66 million in working capital, Great Panther Silver is positioned as a company with a solid foundation and poised for growth. While completely unhedged to the price of silver, Great Panther retains 100% ownership in 2 producing mines in Mexico, which is the top silver-producing country in the world, along with future potential production in Peru. Great Panther is highly leveraged to the price of silver, and after a great year of performance in 2020, 2016, Great Panther Silver has a strong outlook for 2017 as well. With good liquidity in trading and strong fundamentals on the balance sheet while remaining completely unhedged to the price of gold and silver, now is a perfect time to take a closer look at this equity. If you'd like to find out more about Great Panther Silver, then go to greatpanther.com or check them out on the NYSE market, symbol GPL, or the TSX, symbol GPR. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find the Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien. Welcome back, folks. The Dow right now is up 29, Nasdaq's up 16, S&Ps are up 6.5, and let's go take a look at good old Big Blue. So what you have with Big Blue, folks, Big Blue gap down $4.50 today. And what you had is that if we go take a look at the ownership inside IBM, what you're going to see is that Warren Buffett sold 27 million shares. And that filing was done yesterday, and that means that it was done yesterday. Because what ends up happening, actually, let me see this. Because how many days, sometimes he gets, which is intriguing, is that he gets a, yeah, you know what's going on? See, this is pretty sick. Buffett, you can file with the SEC, and what ends up happening is that sometimes they allow an exception as to when you have to basically say that you have sold. And there's no way that he sold 27 million yesterday because guess what? There wasn't that many shares traded yesterday. Bottom line is that it was filed yesterday. He sold a third of his position. So he has 54 million shares left. And he owns over 5%. So what happens when you own over 5%, what's supposed to happen is that every time you do anything, you have to file. That being said, what you have is that IBM is off a high of 182. You're at 154. This little baby looks like it's going to make its way into... Well, it's right there right now. We'll see what kind of... See, it has support from April at 153. And, you know, we'll see how it hit, you know, basically it's going to have to build some cause at that area in order to basically get down into the 132 to 118. My take, however, is that that's where it's going because what you have down there, now watch this, this is where it started from. What you're going to see is that the last low in IBM February 2016 is $116. It goes all the way up to 182. Now, on a monthly basis, folks, it was coming into 182 at 59 million versus the downdraft of 146 million. So that's a normal counter-trend bounce on an equity that's got killed. And then what did it do? It came off the high with volume again. Last month, we did 100 million shares. That is problematic. So that's saying the high of the low is 136, the low is 118. That's saying that's where that baby's going. So there's problems in paradise inside of IBM, and that is what's keeping some of the pressure on the Dow Industrials. Right now, you know, the Dow is up 28 points, but putting the negative into it is IBM. IBM's putting a negative 29 points into it. Johnson & Johnson's putting 4, Visa's putting 3, Nike's putting 3. The positive is DuPont is putting a 15-point positive. Apple's putting 14. Boeing's putting 12. So you can see how that kind of shakes out. That good old IBM is going to continue to put some heavy pressure on the Dow Industrials. We go take a look at the XLE. So you get the oil stocks have been getting killed, which you had out here today. So if we look at ExxonMobil high 5 months ago was 78. You reached a price point yesterday of 65. Now we bring this up. This is where it's going to get intriguing watching this baby shake out, because what you have is this. We come into a huge amount of support. You know, the XLE traded sideways from April of 2016 between the 65 and 68 level all the way up to November of 2016. What we have out here thus far is that you have 92 million that has come into 107 million. So bottom line is that it looks like the XLE will start doing at this point, it would just be a counter trend bounce. But we'll see how far it can go, because the way this is closing out, let me go look at Chevron. The way it's closing out, it very well looks like it can do a counter trend bounce. Chevron is equity just went from $118, hit a low yesterday of 104. We bring this back, and this was coming into solid support. Yeah, this can bounce too. It's going to be intriguing watching these oil stocks next week. It's going to be particularly intriguing because what should happen is that if the dollar continues lower, there's no reason that oil can't get a good bounce. What happens, folks, is that you get oil, you get gold, you get all commodities that are priced in U.S. dollars. So the lower that the dollar goes, most of the time what you see happen is that commodities make a run because of the fact that whether it's in Europe, whether it's in Asia, our commodities, or commodities in general, get they get less expensive for everyone that's buying our commodities. So that's the method to the madness behind that. We go take a look at the XLK. Now the XLK, of course, has been on a tear. Inside the XLK, you have all the big tech stocks. You have Apple, Microsoft, Facebook, Google. They're the large weighting structures. This baby's still at highs. You know, this thing is hanging out here. Now, the volume's been dying on the vine. There's no two ways about that. It took out a swing point. The swing point at 55 million at $53.66. And this week, we'll end up doing 35 million. But guess what? You're at a high. You're at a high, you can go higher. You know, that's how that shakes out. Now, if you happen to be in the metals market, let's go over to the yen. Because the yen right now had a sideways move. When we had the big movement last night, inside the metals market as well as the oil market, it was all about what happened in Japan. So in Japan, the yen went from 112 down to, well, let me get the full number. It went 112.61 down to 112.13. So as that goes lower, it gets stronger. As it goes stronger, what ends up happening? Gold goes up, and in this particular case, oil went up. The correlation between the yen and gold is direct. It goes that fast. Yen gets stronger, gold gets stronger, goes topside. What we have happening, even as we're coming into the close right here, which is pretty amazing, is that as the dollar is going down, the yen is getting stronger also. And I expect what we're going to see Sunday night, when all these currencies open back up at 6 o'clock, we're going to see that action happening also, which is going to be pretty wild. Let's go to Tom in Plymouth. Hey, Tom, what's going on?
Hey, good afternoon, Tom. I was just watching that yen here kind of closely and noticing, the USD yen, and it looks like it seems to be cracking here a little bit.
It's moving. I know, man. It's intriguing. The whole thing. This is the so it is. I'm telling you, man. It's pretty wild. It's always fun coming into a Friday at 4 o'clock, folks. Market-wise, this one is particularly pretty cool because the number to keep your eye on, Tom. Even well, we get all of the 20 minutes right now, but on Sunday night, it's 111.60. Now, where I'm getting with the 111.60, folks, is that the yen is trying to break inside its higher range, and it got up there on Wednesday, and it's still kind of there. The 111.60 is where it broke down from the 21st of March. You know, and I expect, it looks to me that the way we're trading right now, we're going to be there Sunday night when the market opens up, man, you know.
Is this the start of a currency war, maybe, or is it not?
I don't know. Stay right there. We'll be right back. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. Dow is up 41. Nasdaq's up 21. S&Ps are up 8.5. We'll be right back, folks.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We're talking with Tom from Plymouth. We're talking about the yen, the dollar, and even in between that break, now we get the dollar down 200 ticks. The yen's going to go negative. As to currency wars, it's hard to tell what's happening here. Tom, do you know what I mean? The dollar has wanted to go lower for a long period of time. We'll see what's on the agenda. The thing that keeps blowing my mind is that between the dollar going lower and the banks can't catch a bid and bonds going higher, it's saying, hey, guess what? Interest rates are not going higher. And even though we know fundamentally they are going higher, so
something's got to give here because the yen just keeps the yen I guess is going down, but USD yen is going up. It just seems like the yen's up, the euro's up, the dollar's doesn't know what it wants to do here.
The dollar does know what it wants to do. They're selling it. They're selling it. And there's no two ways about that. The bottom line is that, the dollar has just gone from 103 to 98 in 4 months. So, and this break here is saying, okay, we're going right back to 97. So the bottom line is that we get action, man.
Yes, we do. I was so lit up after Tuesday. I was in both the J-Dust and the nugget, and
Wow.
today I jumped out of the J dust. I didn't know what to do. I really didn't.
Yeah.
I was confused.
That
It
is-
was like
That's all right. You have until Sunday night at 5:45 to get unconfused. Go sit back, have a good time.
I'm going to see the shrink right now. Then.
No. It's perfect, man.
All right.
Have a great
weekend, and
Yep.
go Macron, I guess, over there in France.
That's right. There we go. Have a great one, man. Have a safe one.
Yeah.
And folks, if you would like to, so Sunday night, you want to test drive Market Insights, I'm going to be doing a webinar this Sunday. Bottom line, markets open back up at the 6 o'clock. I'm going to be going through all the world markets. So you get that full hour and 15 minutes. You get the newsletter for a month. You get my book. And then I'm going to be doing an additional workshop this coming a week from this Saturday at 9 to 10 o'clock in the morning. Because, just as I said to Tom, it's like amazing. Like, okay, what's the correlation here? So picture this. Coming into the close, now you get the dollar down 217 ticks. They're going to keep selling it. What's happening is that they're positioning for Sunday night. Now, this position right now is that now we broke that swing, and bottom line, it looks like it's going to go down to the next level, meaning downtown. The market itself, our S&Ps are up 9. Okay, so here, watch this. We're going to close right at the highs. When we started this program, this thing wanted to test the highs, and sure enough, so check it out. The high is of the 26th is 2394.75, and guess where we are? 2394.75. Now it hasn't hit the high, which is 2397.25. But bottom line, we're going to close at, it looks to me like at least at or over the high of the 26th. And guess what? That sets up, man. That sets up the high of March 1st is going to get tested. And more than likely, what we're going to see, and this is going to be wild how this watch it shakes out, that test is going to be done at 6 o'clock Sunday night when the futures open back up. Because the futures are going to be closed in approximately 15 minutes, 18 minutes to be exact. They don't open back up until 6 o'clock Sunday night, but we're going to have the results of that election. And the reason that this election is basically, election, like how does election in France, do anything to the American markets? The reason for that, folks, has to do with how the euro is trading. It's all about one candidate wanting to get out of the European Union, another one saying, no, status quo, we're going to stay in the European Union. And I think what the markets felt is that if this would be the second person that wants to get out of the European Union, I mean, the UK is gone. If France is gone, that's the implosion of the European Union. Check it out. Sign up right in the front page of TFNN. I'll see you Sunday night at 5:45, folks. Always remember, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it, step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great weekend.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.